Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Linda.
Could you please introduce yourself to Solid Canadians and please share with them a little bit about why the Civil Liberties Society is getting involved with your case?
I do not know. I don't know anything from the beginning of this. It has made absolutely no sense. My name is Tracey. My Indian name is Bejigwagoshkizi, which is one deer. I'm Anishinaabe from Northern Ontario. We moved out here 7 years after my husband died. I raised my grandson. He's 8. I've had him on my own since he was born. He was 5 months old when my husband died. I went to child care services. When I went there, I asked for respite. Instead of respite, I got Hunter removed from the home, 4 doors up. I do not neglect him. I do not beat him. I get him to school on time. They're worried about my medication, which is ridiculous because you can see that anyone around me for any length of time.
Tracey, could you please tell us what you're on medication for?
I'm on medication for depression. I'm on citalopram. I'm on clonazepam and benzotropine, which is the drug that I use for Parkinson's. I did not realize that child services would, instead of helping, would just snatch. They came and they snatched them, and everything that they've done and said has not been true. I've asked others in the same situation, and everybody seems to be the same here.
Yes, and what about the advocacy? Do you feel like you have had advocacy on your behalf, or do you feel like you've been isolated by the system?
I didn't even know there was advocacy. I had no idea. I mean, my doctor has already sent a letter saying those medications don't interfere with my parenting ability or my parenting abilities.
So the doctor is prepared to give you a letter that says that your medication does not interfere with your parenting abilities.
Yes.
When I was in a meeting with you, can you please share a little bit about the harm that the child protection is using? They say that for the safety of your grandson, that they do not permit him to live with you. Could you speak a little bit about that, please?
I can't understand why this is not happening, why it is removed. I have no idea. I do not drink, I do not do drugs, I do my prescription pills I need to do for seizures and other things. But there's, as far as I can tell, there's no valid reason. If everybody on medication, there was a non-narcotic medication, if everybody that was on it, like a depressant, why don't they go around and scoop up every child? Because there's very few children whose parents don't have some kind of medication.
Could you please speak to when they told you not to speak your Indian language with your grandson?
Yes. I was trying to teach him my language, Anishinaabe, and they asked me to stop. The counselor asked me to stop. It was too much. He didn't want to. I asked him. He's dying too. He won't participate in French class. He participates in Southern Shoshone classes with Kashaw. And I'm still going to try and teach him our language. They talk about feeling good and him having part of the family. Well, I consider having language part of our family. It's part of our culture.
And I understand too that they have forbidden your grandson from calling you mum, even though you've raised him since birth.
Yes.
Can you share that?
I did not want to fight them. So what I did was I came up with a name. Excuse me. They can call me Nukmas, which is grandma, and that way he doesn't know that Nukmas is the grandma. So that was a sneaky way for me to try and get him in a good place. They phoned me yesterday and told me that I could have him overnight tonight. I painted all the dressers in the bedroom. I got everything ready for him, his toys, his books, everything. And they phoned me, or they called me in at 11 this morning and said that it's been canceled because I was sleeping on Saturday and I missed the visit. I also take vitamin B12 injections. I stopped, but I think it's reoccurring. They would not listen to that whatsoever. They've had him for many months. They've had him since October. Now they want me to sign another voluntary visit, and they want it for long after April. April was the deadline that we're supposed to get him back, and now they want me to sign something that says it's going to be a couple more months.
Now in this territory presently there are more children, First Nations children, that have been abducted by the child protection system. More children are now in the foster care system than ever were in residential school. How do you feel about that as an Indian woman?
I believe that, like I told you, I believe that child care services is a modern, simple name for residential school. You can't speak your language, you can't do anything. You have to follow the directions exactly. If I don't follow and keep my mouth shut, then I'm screwed. Today was the first day I walked out of a meeting because you cannot argue with child services. You can't. It just backfires. I don't know what to do next. I didn't know about the Woman's Advocate. So I think I need to follow up with that. They've broken my heart, is what they've done. They've broken my heart.
And if you have a message that you can send to Southern Canadians, what would that be, Tracey, about what you see going on in the Yukon with child protection?
First of all, I'd ask that, like you said, I would ask for civil liberty. A few people to come up and explore civil liberty, or no civil liberty that's going on. I would really like to see that happen. And people need to fight instead of shut their mouth. And I was told by so many First Nations people, just go with the flow, shut your mouth. And what I mean is, Wednesday, I had everything planned. We were gonna have such a good time. And I wasn't even notified until this morning that that's not going to happen now. So, I don't know what to do. I packed my bags this morning. That was a stupid thing to do. I was just going to leave. I can't take this anymore. I can't. I'm at my end. I'm a good mother.
I know you
I
are.
am a good mother.
Yes, you are.
I don't understand. And you can't fight.